Today I'll walk you through 5 actionable strategies that will improve the homepage of your e-commerce site. I'm Mogens Møller, I'm CEO and co-founder of Sleeknote. And if you want to learn from the biggest online stores in the world how you can optimize your homepage, this video is for you. Over the last few months, I've been doing more than 240 usability tests, including eye tracking on the biggest online stores in the world, both on desktop and on mobile. This means I've seen with my own eyes what works and what doesn't work for these big e-commerce sites. And today, I'll share with you the 5 main takeaways to improve your homepage. In this video, you will learn about the 3 key elements of high converting homepages. You will learn how to use big hero images to create a great first impression. You will learn about a subconscious filter in your brain called banner blindness. You will learn how to optimize the user experience in your navigation. And finally, you will learn why showing a full navigation directly on your homepage with links to category pages might be a good idea. Let's kick it off with tip number 1. A high converting homepage contains these 3 elements. SAC. S for separation of different target audiences. A for access to navigation and search. C for current campaigns. Back in the day, almost all visitors would start their journey on your homepage. Today, it's a very different story. Your homepage is probably still one of the most visited pages on your website, if not the most visited one. And still many visitors begin their buying journey on your homepage. So you must optimize your homepage and give visitors exactly what they need to keep them on your website and guide them in the right direction. First of all, if you have multiple target audiences like Zalando, make sure to differentiate them on your homepage so that men go to men's clothes section, women look at women's clothes, kids or parents browse the kids selection, and so on. Also, if you sell both to businesses and consumers, it's a good idea to separate B2B and B2C on your homepage too. Second, provide quick access to navigation and search. In my usability test, 85% of users who started on a homepage either went to the menu or began a search. Obviously, this shows the importance of having a clear and easy path to your navigation menu and search field from your homepage. For example, participants in my test had a very hard time finding the menu on Walmart's desktop site. It's probably because Walmart uses a menu icon that you would typically see on a mobile site. On the other end of the spectrum, people really like the clear menu links on the Best Buy website. And it worked very well that the sub-menu becomes visible only after users clicked on the categories and not when they hover over them. On mobile, users got really frustrated on eBay that has decided to completely remove the navigation from their homepage and the rest of their site. eBay must have A/B tested this thoroughly, or at least I hope so, but it's certainly not something I would recommend anyone else to do based on the feedback I got in my usability tests. Also, mobile sites that positioned the menu links in the right side of the page ended up with quite confused and frustrated users, like on Dell.com. On the positive end of the scale, Sephora did a great job of illustrating both the menu and the search bar clearly. And honestly, showing these icons should be a no-brainer. As long as you place your menu link on the left side with a hamburger icon and use the magnifying glass icon for search, you'll be off to a good start. The third element is the C, and C stands for current campaigns. Now that you've provided visitors with quick links to your menu, to search, and maybe to subcategories like men, women, and kids, you can use the rest of your available space to show current campaigns on your homepage, just like Target.com does. This can be information about your new arrivals, a season sale, free shipping announcement, etc., etc. And this brings us to my second tip. A tip that contains a very important warning on mobile in the end. Use a big hero image to create a great first impression. Visitors that experience a good first impression will likely stay on your website, browse through your product pages, find items they like, and ultimately make a purchase. In my usability test, the websites that left a great first impression had one thing in common. They all had a big image at the top of their homepages, what we can call a hero image. For example, on Dell.com, the hero image typically contains product pictures or information about a relevant campaign and a clear call to action. Users like the websites with big hero images because hero images help those websites limit the number of elements on their homepages until users began to scroll. So if you want to make a great first impression with your homepage, consider using a big and clear hero image, both on desktop and mobile. But be warned! In my usability tests, most users hated it when the hero image was an image carousel that started rotating automatically, like on Walmart's mobile site. While this wasn't a problem on desktop, it caused a lot of frustration on mobile. So on mobile, make sure your hero image is not moving or rotating. With that, it's time for tip number 3. Watch out for banner blindness. Talking about hero images and campaign banners on the homepage. Not all campaign banners are good just because they are big and contain information about a current offer. We as online consumers see more and more advertising banners when we browse the internet these days. That's why our brains develop almost a subconscious filter, a filter that automatically sorts out online ads. This brain filter is today known as banner blindness. This means that when you design graphics for your website, you need to make sure that they don't look like advertising banners. Because if they do, most visitors will simply not see, read or click them. A perfect example from my usability tests on banner blindness comes from Books A Million's mobile site. Books A Million shows a hero image and several other banners on their site, but users just didn't read them, although they scrolled through them several times up and down. Another example from the same industry is Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble also shows several banners and graphics, but unlike Books A Million, people actually read the content in these banners and click them. Why? Because their banners don't look like third-party ads. They are designed as an integrated part of the website. Okay, now it's time for our 4th tip. Thoroughly tested user experience in navigation is crucial. I talked earlier about the importance of guiding visitors to your main navigation. This is important, but also fairly easy. The more difficult part is to create an e-commerce navigation experience that works perfectly both on desktop and mobile. In my usability tests, people struggled the most with desktop navigations that contain some kind of hover functionality. For example, on Walmart, when visitors move their mouse from the top links towards the big sub-menu, there's a great chance that they will hover over one of the other top links, and that will open a new sub-menu that the visitors isn't interested in. Another example is H&M that opens a huge menu right away when hovering the top links. This caused a lot of frustration in my usability tests. How can we fix this? Well, take a look at Kohl's.com. It also had a long vertical menu similar to Walmart, but unlike Walmart, Kohl's submenu contains a little delay, and that makes a great difference in the user experience. Another good example is Costco Wholesale. Like H&M, they also have a horizontal menu, but they also made a little delay so it doesn't appear right away. It appears when hovering the links for about half a second. This is really smart. Okay, so that's on desktop. On mobile, it's even harder to create a good user experience. Look at Designer Shoe Warehouse. When people in my usability tests used the menu, the search function suddenly started working in the background. Go! On Wordery, users couldn't figure out how to go one step back after entering a submenu. And on ASOS, the menu links in the first level are unusually tall, which made it hard to get an overview of the different options. Funny enough, ASOS also has one of the most praised mobile navigations, not on the first level, but on the second level. Here they show a beautiful and user-friendly list of subcategories, including images, which users loved a lot. Cult Beauty also got a lot of praise from the testers with their simple and extremely fast menu, where especially toggling worked smoothly. Okay, now it's time for my last tip. This is tip number 5. Consider showing navigation links directly on the homepage. I'll end this video with a quick power tip that applies to mobile homepages. Some of the websites I tested not only showed a hamburger link to the menu,
yummy,
but they actually showed the whole menu directly on the homepage. This can seem like a crazy thing to do and a waste of homepage space. At least that was what I thought when I first saw it. But every single person in my usability tests that visited one of those homepages got really excited. And honestly, it didn't happen that often that people actually got excited in my usability tests. Take a look at AliExpress that displays their categories with small illustrative icons. Called Beauty is also showing their categories on the front page, but in a more traditional list view, which also works very well. So, did you learn something new from today's video? Then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. And if you want non-intrusive and personalized pop-ups on your website, head over to sleeknote.com and start a free trial. Also, if you want us to usability test and do eye tracking on your online store, or benchmark it against these big websites that I've tested, just send me an email on mm@sleeknote.com. Now I want to turn it over to you. Which of the homepage tips from this video are you going to use first? Are you going to work with the 3 key elements of high converting homepages? Are you going to use a big hero image to create a great first impression? Are you going to redesign your homepage banners and get rid of banner blindness? Are you going to test the user experience in your navigation? Or are you going to show navigation links directly on the homepage? Let me know by leaving a comment below right now. Okay, now it's time, not tip, but time. That the submenu, that the zip spectrum, people really like the menu, the clear menu links on the best clear. Provided visitors with a quick link, with